What's going on, GameFace Studios? Jack here, bringing you another episode of my NBA 2K12 Association Mode playthrough with the 7-2 Cleveland Cavaliers. As you can see, we are at home to the Houston Rockets, a team that I'm not too concerned about coming into this one. They no longer have Yao Ming, who of course had to retire last season after having a very injury-riddled career. Be a shame to see him go, but it certainly makes my life and Roy Hibbert's life in this one a lot easier. And I'm not too intimidated by this Houston Rockets team. And something you might notice, you might see in a second, that Tristan Thompson is in the starting lineup. I decided to give the rookie his big break for once. I decided that I'm going to move Samuel Dalembert to the backup centre and just keep Troy Murphy in as my backup power forward with Tristan Thompson starting. Something that's going to be quite interesting. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this one, because although I don't doubt Tristan Thompson's offensive abilities, he's shown that throughout this series, but I'm questioning his ability to rebound and play D, something that Samuel Dalembert can do. But something I'm not questioning the ability of is Andre Iguodala's ability to dunk. Some poor defense off the start. This is the first bucket of the game, hoop and the harm over Patrick Patterson's got a stupid name anyway, and some poor D from Kevin Martin, so that's a good play from him. So just going back to Tristan Thompson, it would be very interesting to see how he plays in this one. I know he's got athletic ability, and it should be, hopefully if I play him enough, he'll be able to improve next season. You can see him backing down in the post and he gets the weak-handed layup there. Now, something I wanted to talk about that I talked about in one of the videos on my channel, so if you are a subscriber to me, I'm sure you've heard this story, so I apologise for that. But something I thought I would share with you guys is something that happened to me relatively recently. Now, I have to get the train to college. I think that's something that I've addressed quite a lot. It's usually a 40-minute, half-an-hour train journey every day that I usually get there and back. It's, you know, it's just something that I've got to deal with. Now, I'm now on spring break, and on the very last day of spring break, the very last day of the term, I should say, or the semester, I'm getting the train home, and it's an incredibly packed train, as you can expect, loads of people going home, and someone spilt a drink on like the step that you step on to get onto the train. Now, usually I've never done this before, but usually I just step straight on. But for some reason, I was checking something on my phone as I got on the train, which was a bit stupid of me. Something that the guards always say, "Oh, mind the gap between the train and the platform," and you sort of take that for granted. You're like, "Yeah, I know. I don't really see what the point in that is," but I certainly learnt what the point in it was, because as I went to step on the train, my foot slipped, obviously because there's some sort of liquid that was on the train, and my foot just completely gave way. My right leg gives way from underneath me. I grab on with my right arm to one of the handles, and my right leg ends up going underneath the train. Now, luckily the train had stopped at the platform and everything, and I'm just sort of dangling there, to be honest. My right leg just is underneath this train, and luckily one of my mates helped me up, and I was like, damn, that was pretty scary, because if that train had started moving, or if the doors had shut, who knows what would have happened. But unfortunately, as I went down, obviously there's like a little step as you get on the train, and my right leg just scraped all the way down it. So I'm sat on the train bleeding, and somebody else I'm just going to interrupt the story. You can see Kyrie Irving is injured there. I'm going to continue this story after you hear what was wrong with Kyrie Irving. So I'm just going to leave it at that, and we're going to hand it over to
Now an update on Kyrie Irving from Doris Burke. Doris, what'd you find out?
Thank you, Kevin. I just talked with the Cavaliers head athletic trainer, Max Benton. His prognosis was a strain of the lower back, which is limiting his mobility quite a bit. He's done for the game, and he may need to take a couple more games off as well to give it time to heal. We'll keep an eye on it, Kevin.
All right, Doris, and hopefully everything works out for him.
So as you can tell, that's a pretty big loss for us. We're losing our star point guard. Certainly going to be a big impact on his Rookie of the Year. It depends on how long he's going to be out for. Hopefully, although he's out for this game, hopefully he'll be back for the next one. But back to my little story. I scrape all the way down my leg, and I can feel the blood trickling down my leg inside my jeans, and I'm thinking, oh damn, this is not nice. Now, I look down and my jeans weren't ripped, so I'm thinking, well, that's a bit of luck, I suppose, but my skin was, and so I had to wait on the train for half an hour, and then I called my parents, and they were like, right, let's just go straight to A&E, because I'm checking my leg, and there is blood dripping down my leg onto the floor. So it's a pretty bad sort of cut. And I ended up going to the hospital. I don't need stitches, but I ended up having loads of dressings put on it, and it had to be disinfected and stuff, and it stung like hell, as you can imagine. And I've only just had the dressings taken off, and I'm sort of recovering. And that's why I haven't been producing too many videos, certainly for GameFace Studios, because I've been drugged up to the eyeballs on painkillers, and I just really haven't been in a good mood recently. So I'm all recovered about that, recovered from it. I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Seeing as we have an injury in the game, I thought I would share an injury with you that I've had recently. So hopefully I won't be doing that again. And at the moment there are just scabs on my leg that are just sort of recovering, so that's good. And I'm just going to interrupt myself and say, since when did Roy Hibbert have hops? Look at that play. Off of the glass, over the back of Patrick Hashim the beat, in fact. So a guy that's even taller than Roy Hibbert, the second tallest guy in the league over the tallest guy in the league. Nice putback jam there. And Deshaun Stevenson from about 5 feet behind the arc, and they're not giving him any respect. And what you might have noticed throughout my waffling on and stuff is that this is a blowout. If you can see, we're up by 28 in this one, shortened to 25 by the Gore and Dragic 3. But we're just playing incredibly well, or the Houston Rockets just aren't playing well at all. I would like to apologise to any people that have a nervous disposition or didn't want to hear about my leg or whatever, but I just thought I'd share that with you. Now, Andre Iguodala, a nice left-handed layup off the glass with the shooting foul as well. And just to prove to you guys that I'm not playing on rookie or pro getting this blowout, I'm just going to show you this free throw. As you can see, it's a 5-second free throw. I'm playing on Hall of Fame in this game. I usually play on Superstar, but I could see that this was getting pretty easy, so I decided to put it onto Hall of Fame, just try and make the season more realistic. And certainly what is realistic is Andre Iguodala not hitting the free throw, which is a bit of a shame, but you know, he gives us attributes in other areas, as you can see right there. Another little showing, and he gives Patrick Patterson chestnuts again. Maybe there's a personal vendetta against him, but certainly Patrick Patterson's suffering in this game. But Terrence Williams is saying I can dunk too, giving Samuel Dalembert chestnuts of his own. They're not roasted this time. Andre Iguodala's was certainly roasted over Patrick Patterson, but these ones just sort of, it's a little bit early to start roasting chestnuts. They're down too much, but Samuel Dalembert just sort of standing there and taking it from Terrence Williams. That was a very nice dunk, and I don't think he would sink the free throw, actually, so that should be interesting. And you can tell I'm just having fun now. Samado Samuels for 3, and it goes down. I still don't know how that happened, but I just thought, why not shoot it, and I did, and it went down. Terrence Williams again with a two-handed slam. It's a nice play from him. Something that I wanted to actually ask you guys that I'm thinking about instigating in my association mode videos. Somebody left a comment on one of my videos asking me if I could do something different. Sure, I can do the play-by-play analysis and commentary. You can tell that I can do it because that's what I've been posting on this channel. But I had an idea, and it's kind of inspired by Duke the Killer. Now, I know people might be saying, oh, you're copying Duke the Killer's idea. And if you don't know what he does, but he basically does like little news reports within his videos. He makes up news stories and stuff. And that's something that I wanted to do in my on these videos. And I kind of wanted to set up like a fake little radio station, perhaps involving some of the other directors of GameFace Studios, and I could have like little fake reports, being the sports analyzer or an analyst or whatever you want to call it, and just say, like, I could give a fake quotation about Kyrie Irving's injury or the clutch shot that he hit in my most latest video or something like that. Obviously this is in the embryonic stage. I really don't know whether I'm actually going to do it. I just thought it'd be something different to do in the videos. If you do want to see this, then let me know in the comments. If you don't want me to do it and you want to keep what I usually do, maybe some stories and just my play-by-play analysis, let me know as well. I'm always open to constructive criticism as long as you're not too mean to me. I hope you guys will sort of let me know what you think about that. So that's the end of the game. You can tell that it's been a bit of a blowout. A very nice game. Hopefully you can build on some momentum, although we're going to be missing Kyrie Irving, although he's on the court right now celebrating. As you can see, Luis Scola was the most influential player on the Rockets roster. Not the greatest game for them. We do beat them by 15. Let's just flick over to my score, and you can see Tristan Thompson was leading the scoring, and he got 8 rebounds, so I think that's a pretty good game for him. I think he cemented his place in the starting lineup, especially with 2 blocks as well. Roy Hibbert playing well, of course. Danny Granger not playing too well, only 3 from 13, but he did get 8 rebounds as well, so I suppose that kind of makes up for it. Troy Murphy, perfect from the field. But that's going to wrap up this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will catch you next time. Adios.